listeners. We're there with you. We send these tunes them out, special requests all around London, African Caribbean areas, especially Birmingham. Yeah, listen. Expression. We want to look at the deportees. We want to look at British subjects. We want to look at England, Britain, English, London, Birmingham, Manchester, the whole of the place, and try to understand what is English. 16, 19, 16, 17, 16, whatever, slavery, agreement, servitude. Reflection. Serious reflections. Yes, man. Servitude. We want to talk to the colonial governance. sit up. Now sit up, so. Is not gold. It's a story that used to be told. It's Africa with there.
ambition of my life. It's just for you to be my wife. 'Cause you treat me so bad and so low, and you make me feel like I wanna go. You make me feel like I wanna go. But if you don't love me, let me know, baby. And if you don't need me, tell me so, honey. But if you don't want me, let me know. 'Cause you make me feel like I wanna go. You make me feel like I wanna go. But if you don't love me, let me know, baby. And if you don't need me, tell me so, honey. But if you don't want me, let me know. 'Cause you make me feel like I wanna go. You make me feel like I wanna go.
Me mama. Settle, daddy, settle.
There comes a time in life, chances we take. And if you're fortunate, you get a break. Don't look back when you're moving along the way, yeah. Or you realize there's tears in your eyes. We all got problems, but we've got to fight on.
Jojo.
'Cause if you turn back, you will be wrong. Take my advice and brother, think twice. Then your days and your nights will be so nice.
Selection. For your musical satisfaction. Coming in the right direction, you know. Yes, mommy. Easy, daddy, easy.
Don't look back when you're moving along the way, yeah. Or you realize there's tears in your eyes. We all got problems, but we've got to fight on. 'Cause if you turn back, then you'll be wrong. Take my advice and brother, think twice. Then your days and your nights will be so nice.
Do it, my brother and my sisters. Love your mommy. Settle that. The children of the slave, listen.
I'm on nobody's mind, and it's plain to understand.
Who cares?
They try to push me around
Who cares?
and make me feel like a clown, but I don't care. Oh, no.
Maestro. Yes. So we are going to look at England and the way it treats have been treating its servants. Because our people need to understand how to tackle this thing. And I'm saying, I know how. Because we didn't leave Africa and join England, Europe. No, we didn't. See, all them Windrush conversation people are foolish. And I keep having to say it, man. So, since we did not leave, our ancestors did not leave the continent of Alkebulan and came into Europe and submitted themselves in North America and in Europe as slaves. We did not do that. We didn't do that. Okay, so we're going to look at that and see what the ramification of that is, because them had a war among themselves, and that war lasted 6 years, and they included us in there to help them in that Caucasian European war. Now, from that time to this time is 76 years. We're going to do some maths also. Okay. So now we'll look at the Caribbean and see that there's some serious issues and some trickifying things. So listen to him tune here.
Lydia arrive, and let all the wicked flee. So the wax melt before the fire.
I was born in
Linval, singing the youth that are gagan.
Always tell me
Singing natty Linval.
Babylon is
Yeah.
a wicked man.
Linval on Jesta. Linval chew it in a Babylon chest. Linval a chew it in a Babylon chest and it can't digest. Yeah. And a chew it in a chest. Chew it in the collar and it can't swallow. Then a chew it in a Babylon chest. Move ya! Come on! Chew it on Jesta. Yeah. Singing at the Donchester and on a Portland, yeah. Kalala St. Mary, singing at the Jet Donchester, chewing at the Jet in a Babylon chest, and it can't digest. Lord of mercy, baby, not the ice water. Could I digest not this your land? This your land, a Gagan land, yeah. Singing in a Gagan land. Singing at the jet in a gargan, in a Linval gargan, uptown or downtown, got to really ground, stick around. And you could see what level got to put in down. What, baby? Kinda shocking like electric. Yeah, chew it not the dread, chew it not the dread, chew it not the chest and it can't digest. Chew it in a Babylon chest every hour. I play on the double. Babylon don't make no more trouble, y'all. You got to watch you stand this day.
Babylon have to face
Yeah.
judgment day.
Linval, what do you say? Say it again. Linval, chew it not the chest, not the dread. Chew it not the chest. Linval, make them see that. Let them know, say, not the dread, don't just stop. Yeah.
Babylon brutalize us.
Move ya! Yeah. Do your thing. You do your thing. You do your thing. You do your thing. You Linval in another choice in a ball head chest. Linval choice.
Babylon run, run, run.
You know? So them run. Run. But you run.
Babylon a wicked man.
Yeah, we downtown, y'all. You don't want to step. Gone in a jail and you can't get bail. Throat natty dress and a throat in a Babylon chest. Come on, what baby? Then a shocking like electric young. Right down Linval, yeah. Step on it, star. Heavy. Step on the natty gen. Natty gen.
Yes, Linville. Young Linville, you know.
The gift of Jah is eternal life. Still Tom the piper's son, take the barber's life. Everyone
Police
going
a
around
barber.
saying they know who shot the barber.
Could it be a lie? Listen.
I know who shot the barber. It was Tom the piper's son, I didn't say.
My dream last night was about Alibaba.
Tom the piper's son, shot the barber and away he ran. He ran away as I would say. And I'm nothing ready to hide, for everyone know that everywhere you go you hear people say Tom shot the barber. Over there you hear they say Tom shot the barber. The young know that, the old know that, everyone know that they say Tom shot the barber. Him shot the barber. 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 He pulled the 38 from his waist last night. He rode to the valley with his pistol by his side. Yeah, Tom shot the barber. Him shot the barber. Tom shot the barber. Him shot the barber. Tom shot the barber. Him shot the barber. Tom shot the barber. And the barber, he rode to the valley with the 38 in his waist. Yeah. He pulled the 38 from his waist and shot the barber. Yeah, I said, Tom shot the barber. Him shot the barber. Tom shot the barber. Him shot the barber. Mercy, y'all. So illegal not the dread to grow, as I would say. So not the dread is a flourish in the earth these days, I would still say. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I know.
My dream last night was about Alibaba.
Tom, the barber's son, shot the bomb and away he run. Look at that, and Tom was a ballad, and he should love the barber, cause he's also a ballad. Now look at that, let me tell you, say, Tom shot the barber. And he's a ballad and the barber is a ballad. And says him leave the natty dread. Be flourish now, leave natty dread. Be flourish now, leave natty dread. Be flourish now, leave natty dread. Be flourish now. Pull the 38 from his waist last night. I tell ya. And he shot the barber in his head, I tell you, last night. Yeah, Tom shot the barber. And listen to this. Dreadlock, and not the dreadlock. Have you any wool? Have you any wool? Yes, I. Not the yes, I. Me have me time ya full. Me have me time ya full. And not the yes, I.
There's a lot of confusion going around town about the barber. One woman says she shaved the barber. Another man says he chased the barber, y'all. He's done dead already. Tell it from the mouth to the cemetery. Tell it saying done dead already. Tell it from the mouth to the cemetery. And how can you shave a dead man? And how can you chase a dead man? You must choke them ugly, y'all. Yeah, there's a lot of arguments. Some talking about this and some talking about that. But there's been 10 no tales, y'all. And nigga hand back already. Anything done, did already. Tell them from the mark to the cemetery. And not the dread, don't deal with dead. Not the dread always sit upright and stay uptight. Yeah. It must be a body and that woman. Yeah. Who buried the barber. Anything done, then are ready. Ready not to done. Ready not to stand up right. And not to don't check for Baba. Baba done dead already. Baba done dead already. And him can't make it, y'all. Kill him from the mark to the cemetery. Kill him saying done dead already. And not you don't want to get mixed up in a no rat race, y'all. Not to sit up right in unity is I would tell you. And not you don't give it dead. Being gone bad already. Saying that him done dead already.
It's possible it's fraudulent, but no one knows except the person who was involved and whose ear and head has been trimmed. Okay.
Here comes the judge. Hear ye him. Oh yeah, God save the African king. Anyone have anything to say before this just judge? Come say it now and say it like you're glad, and not like you're mad. For this judge have no mercy in this time.
Court's in session, silence in the court. The court's in session, silence in the court. The court's in session, silence in the court. The court's in session.
Christopher Cumberlas.
Yes, sir.
Francis Drake. Yes, my lord. Bartholomew de las Casas. Your Honor. Vasco da Gama.
Present. Majesty.
Alexander so-called the Great. I am here, sir. I am here. John Hannon.
Sir.
James Grant. Your Honor. David Livingstone. Yes, present. Miranda, present. John Constantine.
Yes, sir.
Henry Martin. Yeah. Arthur Polo.
Yes, sir.
Now say after me. I solemnly swear that the evidence I shall give shall be the whole truth and nothing but the truth. So help me God.
Session, silence in the court. The court's in 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 session.
You're all brought here and count one. Robbing and raping Africa. Contempt. 2. Stealing black people out of Africa. 3. Brainwashing black people. 4. Holding black people in captive for more than 300 years. 5. Killing over 50 million black people without a cause. 6. Teaching black people to hate themselves. Contempt. Execution, Your Honor. Contempt.
Court's in session, silence in the court.
If any of you have anything to say before this execution, say it quick, say it glad. This judge is getting impatient. Contempt. No mercy. Penalty for all this. Each of you must be hung by the tongue.
But Your Honor, we've been forced.
Contempt. No appeal will be accepted.
Silence in the court. The court's in session. Silence in the court. The court's in session. Silence in the court. The court's in session.
Court adjourned.
Lords of Lords and Savior, Lords of Lords and Savior, Lords of Lords and Savior. Lords of Lords and Savior. Lords of Lords and Savior. Lords of Lords and Savior.
Omnipotent one, magnificent, super, magnificent one. Yes, he is Lords of Lords and Savior. 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 Rastafari, Rastafari is Rastafari is. Yes, he is Lords of Lords and Savior. 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 We beg to worship Him. You better praise Him. 'Cause He is Lords of Lords and Savior. 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 Lords
Lords of Lords and Savior. Lords of Lords and Savior. Lords of Lords and Savior. Lords of
Xavier, let Jah be praised. The goose and the ghost, let Jah be praised. Madani Alam.
I saw you on labor.
Go ahead, wait. Hey, you. Hey, you over there. You. Hey, you, sir.
Xavier, let Jah be praised. The goose and the ghost, let Jah be praised. Madani Alam, let Jah be praised. Let him be praised. Let him be praised. You better let him be praised. He watereth the hills from his chambers, and the earth is satisfied, so satisfied. He maketh the grass to grow for animals. Jah made the herb for man. He made the herb for man. Jah made the herb for man. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down.
I saw you on labor.
Go ahead, wait. Hey, you. Hey, you over there. You. Hey, you, sir.
Xavier, let Jah be praised. The goose and the ghost, let Jah be praised. Madani Alam, let Jah be praised. Let him be praised. Let him be praised. You better let him be praised. He watereth the hills from his chambers, and the earth is satisfied, so satisfied. He maketh the grass to grow for animals. Jah made the herb for man. He made the herb for man. Jah made the herb for man. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like grass, and they shall wither like herb. Let Jah arise, and let all his enemies be scattered. Let them that hate Jah now scatter, shatter, batter, and flatter. As the smoke is driven away, Jah drive them away. As the wax melted, let them be melted, Jah Jah. Xavier, let Jah be praised.
Daniel Lamb, let Jah be praised. Negusa Nagast, let Jah be praised. You better let him be praised. Let him be praised. You better let him be praised. I said let him be praised. Oh, lightning. Earthquake. Brimstone. Ball of fire. Me say lightning. Brimstone and fire. Xavier. We cards scatter, shatter, flatter, and butter. Ball and feel it. We can't feel it. Kill them dead before them spread. Kill them dead before them spread. Say kill them dead before them spread. Say kill them dead. Say kill them dead before them spread. Say kill them dead. I mean say kill them dead before them spread. Kill them dead. Say kill them dead before them spread. Say kill them dead.
Yes, we are go through. Set it.
The lips of the righteous teaches many, but fools die for want of wisdom. The rich man's wealth is in the city. Fixation of the soul is vanity. Destruction of the poor is their poverty. The poor man's wealth is in a holy, holy place. Why do you fight each other?
you. Hey, you over there. You. Hey, you, sir.
We don't need no tribal in a this a time, eh? Tribal war can't solve the problem. Oh no, tribal war can't solve it at all. You hear what I say? Tribal war can't solve the problem. Tribal war can't solve it at all. Just the other day, I forward down a riverside. Now if you go check Granny, I scrub some clothes. As she spoke up her herb in her little chalk pipe, she said, sure, not even the soap nor soda again. Me God, tribal war can't solve the problem. My God, tribal war can't solve it at all. Tribal war can't solve the problem. Oh no, tribal war can't solve it at all. I want you to listen up, man. Into you, are you deaf? Wake up. The other day I saw a ladies' war. They were planning to march up to such house. Why? They say they are not getting any justice within the kitchen. So them decide to make a big war with their big spoon. Me God. I said, ladies, tell me where are you going? They said, I'm going to stand up and fight for my right. Tribal war can't solve the problem. You hear? Tribal war can't solve it at all. Did you listen to me? Tribal war can't solve the problem. Tribal war can't solve it at all. Hear this. Another time I saw a youth man with an M16 just lying on his back. I say, youth man, tell me where are you going? He said, I'm going to stand up and fight for my right. You alone, tribal war can't solve the problem. Tribal war can't solve it at all. My God, tribal war can't solve the problem. Didn't you hear? Tribal war can't solve it at all. We should live in love. War can do a thing. The arms of gun is helpless. Fathers against son, countries against countries. What do we need? All we need is love. Live together now. We don't need
Yes.
no war.
Tribal war. So we are look upon England now deporting people. So technically the people them that's been deported are British subjects. So they are deporting them back to the plantation without any form of apology. And them say, that's where your goose is. You understand? So we're asked the question, how long is it going to take us to learn? To learn. And where's the tabling of our case in the international court or the UN? Not just for the immigration, not for the deportees, but for us as a whole. Because the Europeans them took us out of Africa and enslaved us. They also kept us there. And the British opens their mouth and say that is them who gave freedom. And you know, in academia, it seems a big thing, you know, because the way they say it, and black students, African Caribbean students, and others are sitting in these places and entertain such rubbish because they say that them outlaw slavery. So I don't understand how the students them don't go, hold on a minute. So who they start this thing? With Africa, wasn't it you? Okay, simple. May I get some tips to the people them out there who just talk a whole heap. So since that's not being asked and looked upon, the British is saying that we, them as in England, British, English-speaking people, are them eliminated, you see that word there? Well-used word, you know, eliminated slavery. If that was the case in law, here comes the technicality of what should have been, and it hasn't. Them supposed to take back the peoples them that they have captured, they did capture, from whence they took them. That didn't happen, and it still hasn't happened. So there has never been a freedom for black people in the diaspora. There has not been elimination of slavery between the Africans in the diaspora and the Caucasian of colonial powers. Because check it, the Caribbean islands are governed by England and some, maybe one or two, by France, and a little bit of influence by the Spanish and the Portuguese. And that's probably just through education. But it's mainly England. Okay. And those islands were occupied by others. They were occupied by others, not by us. And when we were brought there, we were brought there to grow crops, agricultural crops, for the Europeans. As time went by, them got things like rum, molasses, right, and sugar. Oh yes, man, enough sugar. That sugar is still big, and rum is still big, and potatoes, etc. Not never change. And even the slightest of development became what them call a nice word, tourism. It's a nice word, tourism, but when you analyze tourism and dissect tourism, you see that servitude, slavery. Yes, okay. So, in a nutshell, what I'm saying is that Britain, the whole Caucasian people, them never changed nothing. Now, why did I mention the 76 years of the Second World War? Because England and others in Europe, whether they were squeezed to adhere to something or not, found it necessary to take some of their own European compatriots, we have to call them that, because them is where them come from, and supplanted them in Palestine. Hold up, don't jump, and don't get frightened. You know what I mean? Don't get frightened, because that's true talk. And remember that, because you can look for yourselves. So then we go Australia. And we have to keep the vision and the captured people that came in from Africa. So we have this place called Australia that had a population. And those people look like us. They weren't shipped from Africa and bought there. When the white man get there, him see them. He saw them. And he butchered them. Oh yes, and show his dominance. But then what did he do? What is his legacy in these areas? New Zealand, Australia, and the other place there, Madagascar and so forth. Hey, they obliterated the people them that look like us, Africans. With a lot of technical talking, but guess what? We weren't involved in any conversation because we were illiterate. We were not able to refine ourselves in English. The greatest victory we had, the greatest advancement we had was in Haiti. Not the fighting. Academically, was in Haiti. Because we understood them and we were able to communicate with them at high levels. And we wrote and rewrite what is called commonly today in every country and nation on this earth, a constitution. So the rest of us didn't have them technical advancements, skills, them oral skills. Even in America, they didn't have it. So where we going? Where we going? Where we going so quick and fast and furious? Britain, England, the English, took, and this is combining the extraditing, deporting peoples. Britain took their prisoners and their homeless peoples, people that were struggling in life and they were all up and down the street. And unfortunately, a great proportion of those people happened to be Irish. And they shipped them down, they shipped them to this place they call it Australia. That's what happened. They emptied a lot of their prisons and carried those people to that land mass that they call today Australia. And watch with your eyes and stop, watch Jesus Christ in this book them have there. Because all these things make us miss the real things. And we take evil from them and make it righteousness. That's what we do. Regardless if you understand what you do or not, we take evil from them and turn it into righteousness. Yes. Barefaced it. We take evil from them and turn it into righteousness because we turn around and give credence to this Jesus Christ that they're talking about. And then we say, is love, blah, blah, is God the Son of God, blah. And don't look at, hey, yo, these people are dangerous, evil. They're committing wrongs. They have committed and they are committing. So this is what happened. This is part of the legacy of colonial dominance on this earth. England. A lot of those people who were criminals, them exercised themselves down there and hunted, murdered and raped the people them in that land mass that them call Australia today. Over some time, them couldn't stomach it. The British authorities, the British government, and they start sending marshals and others down there to create some order. Yes, that's what they did. But they never stopped taking people there. They set up these orders, they set up these forts, them call them forts. And gradually, those forts start having what we call administration. And out of that came some institution and some order. But they were fighting among themselves for a very long time at the same time. So look at that history. And you see what they did against us, as in the black people who were there, and how they fueled themselves and took governance or leadership of that landmass. So the population that was there, we don't know what the numbers were, but what we do know is that it wasn't Caucasian people. And it's not to say they were marginalized, they were depleted. Yes. And then you go up to Madagascar and so on, all those little islands around the place, they did the same thing. And they come up to this place called New Zealand. And then position themselves in all these places and let loose the administration and institutions in those places. And the servitudes just happen to be grateful, should be grateful. Because they brought civilization to you and all that stuff. So when you read the thing, it is saying that if left alone, these savages would not accomplish anything according to them. See, and that's how it goes. And when the League of Nations was established, it was to look at human rights and dignity and respectability across the board, across the earth, and prevent friction that will cause this despicable thing that they had. Because they had one before that one that started in 1938. Because them say 39, but 38 them are brew up and things are happen, and England is rushing and taking so much things out of Germany and hiding and everything before the first bombs and everything get let off in 39. Yes, they were all in bed together. The British and others and Germany, they were all in bed together. And Africa, for eugenics, was an experimental ground. Namibia, and other places. This is England, this is European people. Hey, yo. And it's for them history, you know. It's their recordings. It's not ours. Could you imagine? But we're not meant to say anything. We're meant to forget these things. We're meant to look at football. We're meant to look at the music. We're meant to look at the things that they allow us to have. We're meant to look at athletics, how we run for them, how we perform for them. Rome again and Greek. Understand all the entertainments that you used to have in Rome and have in Greece. Them somehow attracted us into it, and we were the pawns in the thing, especially in Rome. It's we who was in the auditorium, it's we who them are kill, it's we who them are to the lions and all these different animals. Hey, yo, right? And we're not reading the history, and many of us are going to the university, qualified up there, sir, Oxford and Cambridge and other place, and ain't saying a word because we're not confident about who we are, and we're saying if we do that, we'll rock the cradle and we will not get a good position and standing in the country. And that's only because we don't see Africa as home. If we saw Africa as home, you would have damned them and said, to hell with you. Because if you get ignorant, I'm gone home. So most African Caribbean people see home as England, and it's only when England turn around and shit pon we start saying, well, hold on a second, what is happening here? And now they're saying that the people they're deporting happen to be criminals. Hey, so excluding our people as in the penitentiaries, the rest of the subjects that's in there, the population that's in those prisons, are they all British? I would like to know that. Are the rest of the population in the prisons them in England, are they British? Because it seems that they're saying that we are creating the most gross criminality, and them, as a first world democratized country, cannot tolerate it, will not tolerate it, and will not entertain that type of immoral action. That's what they're saying. And we're being so dismissive by these actions that they're taking, because we are the criminals. That's what they're saying. No matter if it's just a minute point something %, they're saying that you're so immoral. So we're being dehumanized again. Darwin said that we're not humans, we come from animal. So now they're showing you again in the 21st century. They're dehumanizing us in this manner. And then they're using a technicality framework and saying, hey, you all are wanting reparation. How dare you? And reparation for what? It's 400, 500 years. But guess what? They're making money up to today on our ancestors and to us and those islands and the continent of Africa. But we're not speaking. We can speak civilly to these matters. We're being traumatized. We have post-slavery syndromes attacks. Nothing is being normal, whatever normal means. In African Caribbean diaspora peoples, them psychic. Nothing has been normal. We don't know what that means. We don't know what freedom means, and we would like to taste it. So why is it that so-called prime ministers are saying we need to dish the queen? We need... they're saying we want to govern ourselves. But we thought that they were governing themselves in the first place, because the thing called independence, right? So they're saying, really and truly, you didn't pass. We gave you something because we could have tolerated you. But you didn't pass because if you did pass in our light, we should have been wanting sovereignty. And so does Africa, right? Sovereignty. So you control your economy, you control your borders, you control. And you control the land, which is now your resources. That doesn't happen. So these little islands are saying, hey, yo, we want to break away from your queen. It's not the queen that should be talking. We want to break away from the colonial reign. So listen to the words and what is being projected. Why are they using the word, we're broken away from the queen? Oh, somebody's going to come just like Windrush and say, oh, the queen, she's the governor and she controls. Listen, stop it, man. She's the Queen of England. Yes, we know that. But if you're going to be telling people that you're broken away from something, you want to say that you're broken away from the colonial empire and the Commonwealth institution of England, whether you call it Great Britain or not, the three lions, you're getting, right? Don't use the Queen. Because if Her Majesty, God forbid, but it's natural, everyone will die. If Her Majesty is gone, what you going to say then? What is the term going to be? Oh, we're going to get rid of Charles. Oh, we're going to... Listen, stop it, man. And this is the nonsense that these people come and bring. So now you have about 7 or 8 of them saying, huh? And it's a coup, because there's so much of them in there that's not real. Just want to find out what Monthly knows that they don't know. What has Monthly done that they didn't dream of doing? That's what this is about. And soon as England clock it, because of those ass lickers that perhaps she tells them or she alludes to something, and they go and report to their bosses, these are the deals, these are the things, this is the structure. Huh? What them do? Them hijack that. Them have the resources, them have the resources, the manpower, them have the intellectual capacity and everything to do what? Hinder it. Because what? It's only a little piece of rock. It's a piece of rock. And it depends on a small number of people. And it has never been operating like Cuba. It doesn't know what the hell independence really is. It doesn't feed itself. So if these people understand where the feeding is coming from, they will embargo the thing and do what them do to Iran and Cuba and everybody. So where the hell, what kind of relationship that Barbados and all the others them have with China and Russia? Because you have to have a communist alliance. It's the eagle versus the bear all this time. And them say democracy versus communism. And that's the race they've been using, like them use Christ all the while. Rome couldn't find him and them concoct to the story. And what's the story them concoct? I'm not switching and deviating. What's the story them concoct? Them story them concoct is that they quote him, them judge him, and them say, yo, crucify the man. And them say, oh, them wash them hands of him, and it wasn't them. It was the general population that decided that he should be crucified. This person that them put up there. Them never knew him. They couldn't capture him. They couldn't get none of the disciples to pick him out, point him out to them. But yet still them tell people. So what does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says? It was made fair seeming. What's that? That them create something and told the people something. What happens like that? Hollywood, movies. A lot of people believe movies and they go sleep and dream movies and them have horror. And then some of them go and reenact the movie. Whether them rape, kill, or take drugs. This is what happens in the life and the world that we've been living in. Now look at the Queen's son. Are him not one of the examples? It's not easy for me to say he's human, but that's what they do. Humans. But not just humans. We're frail. But for the stature that him have, should he be anywhere close to such decadence? No. So they don't care. So why shouldn't we care about us? So then them keep letting some group of people know, so that, yeah, you know what, we're going to deport 20 people or 12 people tomorrow. And people are ready, and they keep making some kind of, and today me hear, yesterday and today me hear on the radio, one legal mind said that the way in which these demonstrators and protesters are behaving is not forthright. And the presenter asked why them said that the things they're saying cannot be so. Are you trying to tell us that the Home Office just let you know that tomorrow where a flight is leaving England with X amount of people on? And how do these people prepare themselves? Who's telling you that they just got to know that they're going to be deported? And many persons are not in prison. People are free in society. They're not locked up. So what is actually happening? What is happening is that they're showing us they don't care a damn about us. So don't get your hopes up. Right now, pray that I'm going to divert. Right now, listen, the last 10, 12 years, let me say 2002 me retire. So 2002, it's a long time that, 19 years. African Caribbean in this country, students, young people, have clocked the British curriculum. Even though we have all these problems and people have to assess those things to see where this criminality in our local areas, where this thing come in. Yes, where it come in. Because the death mile in Hackney was not us. It was different peoples, but if we pass through there, at certain times, we get licked in a crossfire. And anybody who went to the club that was on the roundabout, whoa, and them go on like say them is some notch. Now you know, see them, they're involved in something. But it was a bigger state than us. But going to the real thing, our children, they were right on top of the education. Hackney. And unfortunately, the director of education in Hackney, he wasn't there. He wasn't there. New interest came into Hackney. Private interest came into Hackney. But we who are working, we monitored our schools. We not say our. We monitored the school them in Hackney. And we supported our young people them in true common courtesy, so that they can knuckle down and be educated. And we never get a clean sweep of everything, but that was our duties day after day. I was a part of that. And we had many parent youth committees, empowering parents to take responsibility for their children. Not to come to school shouting and screaming. To take responsibility. And what you don't know, let us know you don't know. Stop pretending. And we set up educational forums for them, for those parents who did not understand anything. And make them come to some of those schools, at least 4 of those schools, on weekends, and give a break to spending so much bloody money down on Wrigley Road. So when them do approach Wrigley Road, them go in there conscious and relax and use them money that they work so hard for wisely. And they go down there now with their children. And then we start to try to get the fathers them, the sperm donors them, on the same mentality, same mental persuasion. There was no church ministers around. It was us, the lay people, the grassroots people, the Caribbean people who had that understanding from their parents of yesteryears. We had dignity. So, when them come up with this new thing that you had to pay and get yourself registered to be a British citizen, my parents, especially my mother, she was up front. And she raised money to pay for all her children. There was no, we call these people, there was no Governor General. I look for the title that these damn people them have. There's no High Commissioner, not Governor General. There's no High Commissioner. And there was no ambassadors. It was Dr. Lord Pitt and his administration that was filtering out information and peoples like him. And we make use of those information and organize ourselves. Who's we? I was a child. We talk about we uncle, we auntie, my mother, we father. That's what we did. That was order of the day. So, the government that's in now, the leader of that government before, the woman, say that was in the Home Office, say them last something. Now, hey, yo, you see England do a lot of things called test cases. It seemed to people that this is something that's going on. And it isn't. They just want to see what the reaction of the general public is going to be. And we who been here long, we keep falling for this nonsense. Because we don't pay attention. We pay attention to the 3 lions, foot goddamn ball, and all these nonsense. That's why our children going to grime this, that. Everything that's outside of our cultural modality. And now we become, it's easy for them to have rivalry like what them perceive the Americans were doing in Death Row and where, East Coast and West Coast and so. And they're killing one another. And someone is seducing them with our kind of vices. And yet still we have thousands of church. Where the hell the minister them there? Them not see the people them as sheep and themselves as shepherd and look after the flock. I keep saying it. So now people have got this fixation now, we're trying to, about the deportees. But the man left England and go Jamaica, go across the Caribbean, and look at the prison facilities and say some of them need updating, some need more, and we will give so much money for all these things, because they had this plan already. It is we who were here did not keep our ears close to the ground to inform our brothers and sisters at home what is coming. So them extend and build new prisons. Because they're saying we are going to get rid of them. And we are going to show any of the ones them that are well qualified and so on, that the best thing for them to do is comply with England, see themselves as and deem them to be first-class citizens within the... So they don't work with us, they don't want to listen to us, and they don't want to rub shoulders with us and everything. And who's the general population of that? Are females. So then instead of thinking Africa, thinking Caribbean, they're thinking England. And them give some of them what they believe is an opportunity that they're being granted when they're not realizing it's them who created that opportunity. Because if it wasn't well qualified, how the hell y'all gonna go into this middle class area and the city? Come on. Come on. And what's the Queen got to do with this? Nothing. So, what is it that we want? We're not sure. We're not sure. You see that tuner? I'm not sure anymore. We're not sure. And the groups of people that want to say something like me, I say something. We not rub shoulder with each other and decide, you know what? Let we have a summit. Nah. We want to take our backside and go City Hall and go see the mayor and tell him, say, all the ideas that we have, anything that pop up in we head, we disseminate it with him. And then we go see the Prime Minister office and disseminate with them and expect something to happen for us. People, black people now, is suffering from pneumonia. Seriously, in them own yard. And through the lockdown and all the rules and regulations that been put out there, and we stick to these things, especially our elders, they're suffering in silence. And the things that them need to have, they don't have nobody to administrate to them because they need to convey those ideas and understanding to them so they go and get the things that they need. So now them body full of inflammatory issues. We're not helping. And soon some jackass is going to start shouting about Patel and everybody. And the Asians and everybody. That's not going to change anything. The question is, what is it that we want to do and how is it we're going to do anything? The reparation come up because and them families do something, set an organization. Quick, people understand something. Some people rush to it because them hear about money, them understand about money. And other people them rush to it, and before you know it, them start splinter up into different factions. They decide that they're going to have a reparational day and they're going to walk to the Prime Minister place and so forth. Next thing you know, them splinter. One people them go that way and then all this nonsense. I don't know which group of people decide for say Windrush to backside and the people them come here after the war and help rebuild this country because they were chosen to do so. Huh? And those same people were not sent back, but Enoch Pauls, who got them here, said they should go back. Labour said no, and that's how come we are still here. From the immigration, from the end of that war. Let it be understood carefully. And if you don't bloody know, shut your mouth and find someone who knows. And that's all the people out there that have a national pride for Jamaica alone. A Jamaican run the world or the Caribbean. Them not running the world. Them behave like they run the world just because a couple of athletes. Listen here. This thing needs to change. And then when I not think about the children them of tomorrow's tomorrow, and you think about yourself today, you're selfish. You're selfish. So you're going to get what the duck never get. I tell you, you're selfish. So change up before something do it. And something's been doing us all the while. Now you see A levels, we are clock it. GCSEs, we are clock it. A levels, we are clock it. Covert come and it's assessment and everything from teacher, we are clock it. Teacher them know say that Ajuku and Malik and everything is Asian, is Muslim, is African. So you don't see the racial disparity in 19 years yet. So what are they talking about? Education subcommittee them. Upgrading the examinations. Why do they want to keep changing something just to take the Bible and them see people and them change it? Them next few years, them change it. Them rewrite something, them add something, them take something and put something in. Now them say, oh, listen, it seems like these children take these exams are so easy. Nah, we need to overhaul them. We need to reevaluate them. This is England. It's not, because the working class and the privileged not supposed to be up there with a grammar school. They're not supposed to be. They're not supposed to be intellectually rubbing their mentality with them. Read The Guardian and see what they're saying. It's not becoming. Eden's children and the working class children are Hackney and Islington and Haringey and Brixton and Stockwell and Croydon. No, you stay with the bloody well criminality and don't pass nothing. And go play music. They're upset. What we gonna do about it? And we ain't got no school of our own, and we still come through all of these ring fence and hurdles. You think they're gonna continue to tolerate us? Even though we have all of that, we have any business? We have any form of independence of ourselves? We're suffering our children. That's why when we taught them, say too long. So I'm always saying now, 3-4 years now, watch and see the middle class African Caribbean elite that Britain gonna hatch on us. And them gonna walk away from them family. Because they can go up to Shropshire, Yorkshire, and all these places there. And Windsor, and live. It's not about having anybody that don't look like them. It's about them having intelligence, and they're not with us. So it's not that racial profile thing that goes on in America as yet. It's about the fact that our intellects, our own children, is going to leave us. It's going to leave us, willingly leave us. And when we start talking about the hardship, them not going to want to hear that. Them, hey, that was yesteryear. We don't want to hear that now. That's why the people, them change the music thing, you know. Because the reggae music is well educated, totally cultured, and has enough value. So them come with decadence and pornographies and slack behavior and images. So what does that do? Distort their mentality. So now they say, since we've done all of that, how the hell do all these children still pass the GCSE and A levels and busting up so much stars? Them not just sneak through. And through this covert thing, it was an assessment. The teacher them could have failed every blasted person that them deem and understood. Them know for the school. The examiner didn't have nothing to do. Because this was normal times. This was in normal times. So God help us whenever. I tell you, guidance.
Father, oh Father, have mercy upon them who have mercy upon themselves. Mercy, Lord! Dread. You no know say Rasta dread. You no know Jaja dread. You no know say Jaja dread. Judge I, O Lord God, Jah Rastafari, and play thy cause up against these unjust man, because thou art the Lord of thy strength. Why cross the earth? Why murmur? Father, have mercy upon thee, because thou art thy son. Please send out thy light and thy truth. Let them lead thy, let them guide them to the holy mountain of Zion. Mercy into thy tabernacle. And from there I will go unto the altar of the Lord God, Jah Rastafari, and unto the Lord himself. And he will anoint to die. Jah Rastafari. Bismillahir-Rahman-ir-Rahim. The spirit of the Lord God, Jah Rastafari, is upon I. Because the Lord is anointed I to speak with tidings up unto the main. And he'll send I to bind up the broken hearted, and to proclaim liberty up unto the captive, and the hoping of the prison that is to them that are bound.
See, David Cameron, grandparents, them, left a whole heap of money, and other British man, them, other Europeans, but particularly British man, them, left a whole heap of money in the banks, them, for them family, natural. And him receive enough of that money from his family and get good education. Even though him get good education, if him not learn nothing, don't matter how good the education institution it has been or was, it don't make no sense, no difference. But he was able to go to these places because them had a silver spoon that turned gold. From when? From when my grandparents was in bondage. And that money still is coming through. And there's so much of them. It's the same thing. So somebody come tell me, say, because it's 76 years, something happened in the World War, but the only thing them can call is Germany. And I'm going to sit down and listen to that blood clot foolishness. Up to now. And I make Farrakhan fool, you know. And then people them say anti-Semitic. And when I crawl into some little hole, like when I don't realize it, a racism that. And who's the victim of racism and discrimination? We. Whose ancestors are born in Israel? We. With some of them there, Ethiopia, Tanzania. Even though we say we are Muslim and we have some of them down there at Chad and Yemen, them a wipe them out. What for? What them do them? It's a very disturbing situation. And then you have the Rasta man, big time on radio station, have so much influence up and down the place, applying himself an Arab Muslim. Stop it, man. Sort out your backyard.
to run any long. For the meek shall inherit the earth, yeah. They I know shall reap the sweet.
A true that. Tribal war.
Tribal war. We don't want no more attack. Tribal war. I know that we are defeated.
Where the people them committed? Where the people committed? Eh? Bad-minded people, man. You understand? Mind your own business internationally, and you would have been fine if you represent anything. You understand? Reactive. Cool. I'm proactive. Guidance we gone. Is it? Wow. I'll play this tune now. Big tune, listen.
It's a long time I and I tried, and now we come to bribe I and I. It's a long time I and I tried, and now
See, where the people them talk over here now, you know them saying? Them say some atrocious crimes are being committed. Gosh, man. And the world hear these things, hear these words. You have to ask yourself, wait a minute. We're not 0.1 something of the population. And you're saying that we have committed some atrocious crimes. This is not about blacklisting, you know. This is demonizing us. You don't understand the extent of this problem, of the situation. And where's the carry come? Where's all these people gathering around and said, listen, this is affecting all of us. Then don't think about striking and send 2 telegrams to our African brothers and sisters them on the continent. And then see if we can marshal some alliance with North America. So, what are we? We're father. And people just yesterday, they must say, independent, yeah. And some people say, yo, which independence? And I'm saying, alhamdulillah, at least somebody wake up now and challenge the thing. Without sovereignty, what kind of independence? The people them that me would have loved to go to court, them dead. Tom Adams, Siaga, Ronald Reagan, Margaret Thatcher. Them kill Maurice Bishop. Why is everyone stand aside and look? And took deals and got position, office position, and felt good. And felt good. Now you run up on the mouth saying, yeah, we're going to disconnect ourselves from the Queen. Stop it. and put what in place. I'm not saying stay there. I'm not saying that. But where you run up your mouth, say, but you disconnect yourself from the Queen. Yeah, try disconnect yourself, and I'm saying try disconnect yourself from England, from the colonial past. And then after that, keep quiet. And make sure you tell half of the population, because if anything happened to you, there's others that can come and see the thing through. Can't take you for real. And you say, you ditch. You see, all the stupid newspaper, them use words like ditching the Queen. Like you and the Queen have some argument. And if you see the Queen tomorrow, you bow down. And if she say, kiss my show, you will. But if you see her tomorrow, you will bow down. So what the hell are you carrying on with? All of you. Nonsense people. Set things right and carry the population them with you. And then look at the greater population in our homeland. Yes. And then make the African Union powerful. I'm telling you. Guidance, we're gone. For real. Yo, Marcia, excuse me, no, but you see my emotion? My emotion is jump out, man. Seriously. It's hurtful. So hurtful. It's painful too. And we're there in England, you know. We're in the heart of the thing. Yes, we don't need to go look for grandmother, for your grandparents, them, your parents, them, the elders, them, and make sure you have some ginger. Make sure you have some Vicks. Make sure that in the house there's a basin, enamel basin, or one of them strong plastic basin, and I mean strong, you know, because you need hot boiling water with this Vicks and clear the passage of the respiratory system. Yes, all the thing block up and you go take oxygen. What is doing? You're strangling yourself. Cause not go down. You just stay there and little space you have, it's gonna get blocked. Cause it's blocked beyond, and now you have tried force something inside where it's blocked. So what's happening? That which is blocked already retains itself and go down, and the tube gets more blockage, more blockage, more blockage. You think that this is like a sink where you can put a lot of pressure and push all the garbage out? You cannot do that with a human body. You can't do that. You understand? So what is there to alleviate the phlegm and the nucleus and all them something that clog up the respiratory glands. See? And then you don't have the elders now that when you're over the basin and everything, that would hit you right there by your sinus glands in your back. Huh? And then you cough and all of this glowing and everything just fly out of your body. Huh? And you go call it, let these people tell you, say, old fashioned. Yes, a old fashioned life saving. Life saving. See? And if somebody can get some mustard roll from Mauritius or some of the islands, them like St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Trinidad, and so forth, that's a miracle. You understand the thing called mustard roll? You probably, Venezuela, Venezuela, Colombia. You understand? The people them can't tell you are drugs. Mustard roll. You understand? Oh gosh, man. Inflammatory concerns. See? And when I take care with grandparents and with parents, and now we need these type of advice and these herb and everything, and we're so young, we don't know. And not we, as in me. We, as in the people. Huh? You understand? One of we brothers, them just died. What day? And the people them say him have pneumonia early, and them link it corona pneumonia. So after 3 days, him no come back and no escape the intensity of the thing. Them just tell you straight away that there's nothing else you can do. We just So then when them start doing what they were doing in the first place, them put a mask of oxygen on him face. But I'm not a physician, and I'm saying, no, hold on. Because we understand that, like, the wife was able to go there, and I'm saying, yo, do this and do this. If you're able to go there, do this with him. Because at least you're able to go. Where a lot of people weren't able to go and see them relatives, as them just get information from somebody, and that was that. And now if we not take this thing still serious and relax, we are going to get hurt. Because you think so they're going to drop race and discrimination just because of us? Nah. The football finish. And even then, they didn't care two shits about any footballer. And it's worse when the man them missed the penalty. And you see how the people them behave? So what is going to come to our rescue right now? If we not take this thing serious, because something has been happening. Don't let all the other media thing confuse us. Because we don't know what the truth is, because we don't have nobody representing us or supporting us. Representing, yeah, but supporting us with good information, upfront, truthful information, as them see it. We got a lot of blah, 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 and a lot of different people sit down there and say that they're doctors and everything, and they're sounding, yeah, but here what? Them could be the same people that redirect we somewhere, and all of a sudden we are finished up in a goddamn ditch. We can't go back and blame that person, because the person never tell us to follow them. And what am I saying? I'm saying that the respiratory glands and everything, old-fashioned from my grandmother, works. I not say nothing else. I not say me qualified physician. That's it. But definitely, inflammatory. Ginger. And I could try sugar it up like you make ginger beer. No, raw, as you can bear it. Because it's our body. And it's what our ancestors know. It's what our grandparents them know since them come out of Africa in the Caribbean, and those who came here through the inner this war to help rebuild this country, found it necessary to import those things here from them family back in the Caribbean so that they can survive the cold that they came here and experience and all these different illnesses. Where are we now? Where are we? You understand? When people like me gone, you know, we doom. And when me say people like me, I mean this generation gone, we doom. What are we setting for our children for tomorrow's tomorrow? Huh? Life that we give, that we're being awarded by God, is for us to enjoy. And enjoy don't mean sound and this. Enjoy, live it. There's a people that don't want me to live it. And we are following some narratives and listen, it's not about having this great spectacular house and having a whole heap of money and you're still not happy. That's what I'm saying. We don't know what freedom is because we are children of the captured people in a slavery, in a bondage. And we're always trying to get ourselves out of some predicament that we never create. So when you think about that now, what kind of innings is that? What kind of innings is that? So say we go see the pastor, and what the pastor going to tell we say? Pray to Jesus so we can live as what Jesus. So I'm asking, who is this Jesus then? Because the name is wrong. So who is this Jesus? And we have to go to the pastor. The pastor now come to us. The pastor isolate the majority of the people him. Because if you not go to him congregation, you're not credited. So he's not dealing with the community. He's not dealing with the area. Even though he's in an area. So if you do not subscribe, Roy, problems again. You see the things that me put out there? Cause problem. Them soon get me off for antisocial behavior. Guidance. Finish the tune. Don't forget front room. Look at front room. We put educational tools up on front room. Used to be called Black Chat. Where I work with African proverbs. So go up front room and see a Quasi and don't try and mess up the thing. See? Learn something from it. An educational tool. Literature like sun, and photography like sun. Seeing them tuna saying it to sleep, feeling nice. So we say many other plans in a man's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails. No matter what people them try to do, even me and them politicians. But you see, in this life, as a Muslim, we're told, we have responsibility. We not just sit there and wait and pray and leave our hands open like we are wait for something to come drop inside our hand and do something. No. We pray, yes, but we have to act. We have to act. We have to change things. We have to develop things. You understand? Some people are waiting for something to happen. Them say them go pray tonight and go asleep and don't ask the Lord for them soul to keep. So when they wake up in the morning, if they wake up in the morning and them there, them say, thank be to the Lord, to God Almighty, what? To have the opportunity to live another time. But what was it that you asked the Lord for when you go asleep? When you get up in the morning, if the Lord allows you to wake up in the morning, no, you have to go work on that. But no, some people that sit there and wait, walk and wait. And I have to tell you the truth, the cheek to tell you that they are praying to the Lord for milk and honey, and they are waiting for them portion. Instead them go see the cow, or the goat, or the sheep, or even a camel, and go up to the hills, or the roof of them house and everything, or the tree, and look for the honey, them still are waiting. How foolish can you be? Hey, my mother, they love this song. Me love this song for my mother. Guidance with God, because I miss her. Come in. The great Edwin Starr, listen. Edwin Hawkins, sorry. Oh, happy day.
Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When Jesus was. Oh, when he was.
When I say contradictory now, innit? Is that what you're saying?
When Jesus was, he washed my sins away. Lord. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. When Jesus was. Oh, when he was. When Jesus was, he washed my sins away, Lord. Oh, it's a happy day. He's on me happy day. Oh, a happy day. When Jesus was. Oh, when he was. When Jesus was. He washed my sins away, Lord. Oh, a happy day. Happy day. Oh, a happy day. happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
What the question is? Oh, listen, man. The English, who they are, that's what they are. Then resource their people and build, develop them, and give them all that you see there. Stop it. They do the same thing everywhere them go. And them have a white fraternity, them do the same thing. In a South Africa, in the area, them not the white people, them build it. And the Dutch and the English send their resources in and the builders and craftsmen and everything and build the system, the infrastructure that they require. Come on, man. Stop giving the people them such a nudge to make them seem superior. No, them supported themselves. That's what they did. Them send ships down, them send material and everything and expertise. You understand? That's what they did. So, in saying that and asking that question, what you're supposed to be saying is, since them did that, and I'm showing that's what they did, that is that them should have took we back to Africa where them take we from. And lower and then leave Africa. Now they just take we back, because they never left Africa. They never left Africa. They designed the politics, then them cut the place up in them different provinces, that different ones them. Tomorrow I put them something there up on Facebook and stuff for Lord him. On front room. I love Black Chat name, you know. You need to why would I change the name? Right? On front room, I put up the whole thing, how them slice up Africa, and everybody don't see it, but you see what some people don't know is here is them country them that some of the lead them boys that man them today have uranium and plutonium and all these different minerals are there in these areas. Then when you look upon place like Central Africa, you see why, you get to understand why there's so much poverty, you know. And then when you look inside, you see who is controlling what. The greatest form of machinery and technology of extracting is in there. It's in there, run by what? Caucasian people. I tell you. And you go to South Africa to see the same thing. Doing what? Digging for gold. And then you go to Ghana, you see the same thing, digging for gold. So now, today's people, them, that want to create disturbances among certain people at my age group, them a shout, you got the Chinese. Yo, the devil that was in there before, suck everybody dead. So a new man come on the scene. Right? It's for my generation to make one see that we want the technology that these damn people them have. But we don't want to sell out the place. We want to have an exchange because we have experience of the other people them. But now, when I run up in the mouth and create problem and try this way, and don't let we get a firm footing. Who's we? We from the diaspora, we from the Caribbean, because we have experience of what has been happening. Not in the continent, right here and back down there, so in them islands. Who's well positioned? We. It's our intellect that the people them require. Britain, you had the Chinese come in here and set up a whole of an industrial estate, and Margaret Thatcher said, stop, hold on a minute. You have to staff the place with our people also. So there was a pause for about 2 to 3 years. And that pause meant that the British subjects were taken in and trained. And Nissan and rare. You understand? And the robots that these people are using, them machinery and everything, the British people get to learn how to operate them something there. So it was an exchange. Miss Thatcher, Margaret Thatcher did that. And when you go around England today, you see a whole heap of industrial estate, don't you? You go around, you see Sainsbury and industrial estate, B&Q, blah, blah, Wicks. And the Chinese bring them thing here. It's just that the administration and the management of the thing represented the country. And we want the same kind of structure in Africa by the Chinese man them that come in, and we have the skills and understanding about them something. And we don't want to hear that Uganda give the Chinese 100-year lease. That's a long time. What? 100-year lease on some land, and then going to extract what the hell they want? And you know them people that don't want to integrate, they want an area for themselves, and go quarantine it and everything. Come on, man. We don't want them to do that. But the technology we want, the advancement of technology we want. Yes. And we need to structure it that we have terms. Our terms. And the condition is ours already, because they will come to the continent. You democratic nonsense people. Look at Cuba, man. Take the example from Cuba, my brother. Take the example of Cuba. Cuba did there forever. As long as me alive, Cuba did there. Che Guevara and Fidel Castro and the rest of the people them. Forget them J-Lo that you look on our backside and everything, that keep running away and everything. Take canoe, take this, take that, take some tire and running to Florida and so forth. What about the rest of them? Them at home. And them love the land. And them utilize the land. And when them get to go, what them do? Them go and learn. What them learn? Science and technology and medical science. To do what? Empower and enrich the population. What do? We just create tourism. Oh, come on, man. Yeah. Right? I play 2 songs for them and go around and clean them boots and all kind of nasty foolishness. A tourism. Yes. So where's the academics? Where are they? So when you don't know nothing about what Cuba was able to accomplish with all the embargoes and this and that and that and that and blockage and everything. And the other day, what them do? Them set up a Hollywood thing. Even me got captured by it. And I said that the Cuban, the Biden say that the people that want freedom. And his running mate that was the president went to Cuba and come up with deals and create a relationship. But now this one come now for say, yo, you see what Obama did now? I want bloody your nose. I saw them still. So them still want a Las Vegas type thing in a Cuba, because Cuba is meant to be this gambling island for America. That they can relieve themselves and let all their gangsters them go down there, sir, and all these decadents. That's why that man was able to do him thing. Do you see what him do? Him take one island and claim it for himself, and all him friend them and all the children them and all the whip. Listen, man, watch them carefully. But my main thing is, if you want to see and think, look at Cuba and ask yourself, what the hell is it that them got that makes them still stable? Huh? The people them supposed to be running. All of them. Even the one that go, hey, every time them have Olympics and everything, and Cuba participate, none of the black man them, and I mean black, I don't mean the mixed race, they don't run away, you know. Them go box, run, play volleyball, and then, and left. The gymnastics, they're not been up there for some time now, and just left and go back home. The other one them go out and do science and everything, and do doctorates and everything, and so forth, and then them go back home. Gaddafi and Libya, that government used that strategy, and it worked for them. But what did England and their allies did? Decide, now we not have that. What them do? Them destroy the place. Them destroy it. It's a rogue state. Them go Afghanistan, say that Taliban and this, and then create a whole heap of problem. I know them still want to go back, but they want to make England be the lead of going there now. So they're saying that the Taliban, and they've gone back to, and all the news has gone there. The news is not going pandemic, you know. The news have gone Taliban and Afghanistan. And not for them, it's not for them country. And all the decadence that the Australians and the British and the French and everybody committed, and the Americans committed in Afghanistan, is being washed over. So now they're talking about Taliban. They're not talking about all the crimes that they've committed down there. Neither the decadence and the crime that they've committed in Iraq. Come on, man. Seriously. So all the different things that go on in Africa, we're not here. All you hear is that somebody turn around and say that the people them is corrupt. Corrupt. And then them let the same me come into England with a whole heap of naira and everything in so many bags and trunks and everything. How the hell them do that? And then I'm supposed to be telling them that if I went back home, I'll be persecuted and even my family killed and everything. And then all of my family come to England. Plus with all the money that I bring too. And I'm allowed to have it. And then I go on and live in Wessex and these places and buy some big ass place up there. I'm cool. Allegedly. They do these things. And at some point down the road, they take their children, graduate them, and send them back. Take them back over there, sir. And now they become the leading bodies in that country, whether it's Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, wherever. So the cycle continues because we don't know who we are anymore. And then there's these other jackasses that talk about Kemet. And we were this and we were that and we were this and all of this were and can't make anything work right now. I'm tired of that. I was a great, I was a good basketball player. Me. So now I have taught and I continue to teach, guide and develop other people. You understand? That's it. Now, if I was a criminal and I teach people to be criminal, then that's me. But I'm not a criminal, and I don't have any desire to be a criminal. But I just don't teach basketball. But I'm just saying, that's one of my talents. I'm going to use it for those people them who want to go into that sport. But it comes with a cost. What's that? Mentoring, good mind, good academic accomplishment, aims and objectives. Yes. And a stable family, empowering mother and father, or just mother, because sometimes the father gone. But you know what I mean? So, and that's how I was raised, through my parents, my family. And me expand that to other people. Do good and good will follow you, attain you. So, my brother, Cuba, leave Cuba alone. If you want to do something, see if you can go to Cuba. And if you go down there, you get the vaccine. Come back to us. You understand? But anyway, what's that? Oh, gosh, man. Somebody wanted me to pull up. You are happy there again?
day. Oh, a happy day. When Jesus was. Oh, when he was. When Jesus was. He washed my sins away. Lord. Oh, happy day. Oh, a happy day. Oh, a happy day. When Jesus was. Oh, when he was. When Jesus was. He washed my sins away, Lord. Oh, it's a happy day.
Yeah, me have to disturb it. You see, we just listen to that sound and know that from ever how long, yeah, we sing the level of the birds them, whether they're parrots, sparrow, whatever. And we coordinate it. That's how we have to do, man. In the diaspora, the simple little things that we do, 'cause we don't have no island that we have a lot of minerals and we can create some industries and everything. So we just have the gift that God allow for to be able to have and realize, and we use it. But when I use it, we comply with it. 'Cause if we was using it, then we would have advanced with self as a people and pick our backside up and go to the continent that have the biggest farm of resources that God put here. When I go there for hatchet, it's already there. It's already there. So then we would understand, feel life, feel free, because we are the children of the captured, we will feel freedom. And with all that we have learnt, we would exude this freedom to our brothers and sisters on the continent, and it becomes an intellectual, spiritual, moral revolution in the continent. And what we need to do is learn the dialects, learn the language. So what would be happening? Our children now be transformed into the environments of societies, reading, speaking. Listen. So these are people left England, left Europe, and gone into Palestine and said they must speak Hebrew. And then our brothers and sisters, our fathers, our aunties and uncles, the Reagan and Tasha, bring them out of Abyssinia, Ethiopia, for go among these people and chain them to be us. Ratted. They must speak Swahili. They must speak Hebrew. Where them learn it from? We. And now they want to tell the world, say, authentically, because them have the media platform that them are whatever. And the Muslim them now open up their mouth and say, who Bunny Israel are. Because them racist too. Who's that? The one them that the pale skin. And our British friend. Saudis. So we have the problem, we know that. So we're not going to sit down there and milk it all the while, because saying that all the time and not living, and it's not going to help, but at least we make people recognize that we're not fools. But the most important thing is that we recognize is that we're Africans. And we're civilized people. And everything that God put on this earth here is at our disposal. Honestly, I'm sure with that. So what I would like to see people do here in England, start developing an infrastructure understanding and develop communities, real communities that our parents them were able to accomplish. 'Cause our parents them had community, you know. The people that come here in 1940, whatever. Don't let people them tell you rubbish. Areas that people them talk about today is places that there's a population of black people. They're not communities. There's no infrastructure there. Asian people have community. Chinese people have community. And these Askanaki have community. Them have exchange in the community. Them have housing stock. Them have welfare services. Them have clinics. Them have neighborhood watchcraft. Yes, them have all the things that them need. Them have their mother tongue, language, and everything. Them have supplementary education. No, them have education facility. Yes, them have banking. We don't have none of them things. And yet still the people them are deport with. They call it criminal. They're calling us criminal and they mean it. So, may I say to people, thank you for one of the programs that me put up called Memories. Enough thanks for that because when I put it up there in the numbers, yes, man, enough thanks for that. And with a thing called subscribe and whatever you, yeah. God willing, tomorrow, we are do tomorrow. Tomorrow we want to go back in the dance hall. We want to go back cultural expression. We want to try a thing and see if because we get locked off now, we have to stay for 90 days. You understand? So I them thing that I was so concerned about, you know what I mean? But yeah, I'm going like me as a revolutionist, I'm frightened. Yeah, so we are going now and we are play Peter Tosh again. We're coming with Peter, you know what I mean? And we're going to go with Peter. Guidance. We're going for real. Yes, Brian. Tomorrow. Listen, man. Tomorrow, God willing, tomorrow, me and Principal going flex for you tomorrow, Brian. Tomorrow, seriously. Yeah? And family. Brian and family. Love it, man. So tomorrow, me and Principal go flex tomorrow. Me I tell you, man. You think same gone? We're not gone. With the people, some people interfere with we. You understand? So that's why I just play the old tune them, enough conversation and everything, and then just drop 1 and 2 tune and see if somebody say copyright this, that, violation. We don't know what we violate, and they won't tell us what the violation is, you know what I mean? And everything. So, God willing, tomorrow, Brian and family, yeah, Andrew and, yeah, man, we're there. I tell some people them for click the thing, man, the subscription thing and all of them something there. So, God willing, we are going with Peter Tosh. Lovely, Brian. And the football. the season has start. Yeah, go on, man. Fire. Yo, Marcia, me still in you, you know. You think so me gonna leave you? Cha. You know, I say me don't love you a long time. Me love you for the right things, you know. I tell you, me love you as a human being, me love your soul. You understand? Oh, don't twist nothing, you know. Me love you as a human being, and me love your soul. And I love the interactiveness that your soul give to my soul. Yeah, love.
Xavier, let Jah be praised. The goose and the ghost, let Jah be praised. Madani Alam, let Jah be praised.
Guidance.
Let him be praised. Let him be praised. You better let him be praised. He watered the hills
from his chambers, and the earth is satisfied, so satisfied. He maketh the grass to grow for animals. Jah made the herb for man. He made the herb for man. Jah made the herb for man. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be.
Yo, Hackney, enough, and we can't say it no more. Respect to all those families and all them children, them, all the young people, them that participated, even the ones them that just, them bruised, you know what I mean, very attentively come through. Enough respect, and continue. Don't stop, don't lean off, don't stop. I tell you, because them underrate and undervalue Hackney. Two way up this up. You understand? And now for the last 19 years straight, when I show them say, just opportunity is all we wanted. Yeah? Just opportunity. See? So we are say continue and make the Lord Almighty continue to bless the families them and keep empowering your neighbor that look just like you. You understand? And then get good behavior for the rest of them, because we still have some that lean the other way. You understand? Hackney, man. I tell you, Hackney and Stoke Newington, big.
Xavier, let Jah be praised. The goose and the ghost, let Jah be praised. Madani Alam, let Jah be praised. Let him be praised. Let him be praised. You better let him be praised. He watereth the hills from his chambers, and the earth is satisfied, so satisfied. He maketh the grass to grow for animals. Jah made the herb for man. He made the herb for man. Jah made the herb for man.
You over there, you, hey you sir.
Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against.
See? So now them flash me now. Heads up. We have detected copyright audio in your stream. See it there? So maybe I should not tell Brian, say tomorrow we did them already send the signal. Hey, principal, I tell you, the people them don't see you, but hey, yo, oh God. So we have to say guidance, man, because I don't know say, if it's that version, right, that we have play, cause, you know what I mean? I'm a man that look for versions, and, you know, I mean, know say Peter do this, and it come up with CBS, so it's a different mix, and then you have the yard version, you understand? And then another company, him jump it with, so the mix different, you understand? And one of the mix, then me mix it on my board here, you understand? Yeah, so, yeah, the people them say, what? We allow you to play the tune at one time, so we don't let you play the tune 2 times, 3 times, you understand? So. Yo, Mandel.
And in those moments, watch God send you a little angel. He's gonna cause you to be at the right place at the right time. Worry about what you can do. Nothing else. Just do your part. And watch God meet you halfway. Do you believe that?
So we look for divine
Now I'm trying to
intervention.
give you some news that you can use. Is you listening? Do you hear me?
In 3 months, you know,
Are you just
when I get
sitting
the
over
news
here
flash,
worried about it?
and just this minute we get a news flash, I tell you.
Holla, holla, holla. Holla, holla, holla.
Have to understand, faith without
So where's the
works
guidance?
is dead. You know what that means? You can't expect what you believe in for without doing your part. You gotta work that thing, honey. You got to ask God for wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. You got to do your research for what you believe in for. You got to invest your time, your energy, all that, so you can do what you supposed to do and excel in it. Y'all be thinking y'all waiting on God, and honey, God be waiting on you. What you waiting on? Do your part.
Guidance.